Alright, so now we have all of our parts for our spikeling device. Our mounts, our Arduino, resistors, 10K, 47, 10, 10K, BNC connectors, capacitor, LED, photodiode, 9-volt battery holder, push button, and buzzer. And our PCB. I recommend, especially if you're doing this on your own with no other set of hands, to try to put the BNC connectors on first, just because even with using a holder, if you put down, they'll just come out. So I'm gonna put the BNC connector in like that, since I just have the one hand. I'm actually getting a little better at this soldering thing. So then I'm gonna let's go to the next one, put it on there. So then from there, I kind of recommend the resistors, mainly because I don't want to get them mixed up. The nice thing about the board is that it labels everything. So this is a 10K resistor. So for this, I will use the clamp here. As an extra pair of hands. Again, it was a little hard to use this for the BNC connectors because they would just fall out. With the resistors here, take it off a bit. Alright, got our resistors on. Alright, and now we'll go ahead and put the capacitor on here. And we'll go ahead and put our LED. You want to make sure that the longer side of the LED, which is the positive side, is on the bottom, and the board is actually labeled so it shows you the positive and negative terminal. So you want to make sure you remember that the longer side is the positive. Same for the photodiode. Longer side is the positive, and again, the board is labeled. You can see the negative sign there. So you're going to put your longer legs towards the bottom edge of the board. And now we're going to put on our potentiometers. All right. So with these, they kind of snap in, which is really nice. So you don't have to worry about them falling out like the B and C connectors. Although sometimes it does feel like it's hard to get them in there, but as you heard, it snaps in. You have 4 of these to snap into place. That was better. And with our Arduino, we're going to use mounds. You could solder the Arduino board right onto the B and C. The only problem with that is that if you do that, then you're not able to switch out the Arduino board if it dies on you, right? So if you're able to put the mounds on and then put the mounds into the board with the USB connector portion. All right, and so with these, I'm going to use the same system I used to narration is nice. Yep. All right, let me see. We're gonna go ahead and put this buzzer on there. All right, good thing about this buzzer, it kind of like sticks on there. All right, so you don't have to worry about holding it either, or it falling out, or having, or needing extra hands. Got the extra piece off there. Oh, that looks good. All right, so got our buzzer. All right, with our button, we found out it's very important that this smooth side here or flat side here is facing your resistors. And so you'll have this little white opening towards the bottom, right? So the flat side of your button needs to be on the same side of your resistors, or you will get a bunch of funky reads when you start to run your Spikeling device. All right, and so then our last piece is our 9-volt battery holder, which should just fit in our little holes here. Might have to make sure that they are adjusted right. Yep. Didn't take that into consideration, that we might need someone. So we're gonna play around with this a little bit. I'm gonna solder it from the side. All right. We have our Spikeling device. So now we have our Spikeling device and our USB cable. We're gonna hook it up to our laptop here so that we can use our laptop oscilloscope to read some neuron spikes. All right. So it's making me a little nervous at this. All right. Yeah, okay, here we go. And I think our little part is off by just a little bit. So once you have the serial oscilloscope open, you want to make sure that the port comes up. You want to choose, for us, port CompE3. As you can see, there are letters right now, not numbers. We need to change our band rate to 230400, and we see the numbers come up. And we're going to go ahead and start logging. And we'll save that. And we will open channels 1 and 2. Make this larger, and as you can see, our spikeling is working. It's a regular neuron spike there. And so with our potentiometers here, we're gonna say channel or 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is our stimulus rate or synapse 1 gain. 2 is our analog in gain or synapse 2 gain. 3 is our noise gain, and 4 is our static input. So again, this time I'm gonna go and just kind of increase, decrease on each just so we can see when we change our stimulus rate, increase. I don't see a whole lot really happening here, right? Okay, then our analog in gain, increasing that, decreasing it. Noise gain, just decrease and increase. Getting busy. All right, and then our static input is actually like our first little exercise, so we will do that one last. And so we will first increase our static, and as you can see, when we increase the static input, our membrane voltage goes beyond its threshold. Right, just gonna bring it back down. All right, and if we decrease it all the way down, we virtually becomes impossible to have a spike. Right. So there it is, Spikeling 101. Get your spike on. There we go. All right, and then if we want to go back and we're gonna stop logging here. cut it out there. All right.